Hey guys, Miss Baker here. We're going to go over reflexive verbs. You will see reflexive verbs in your Module 2 assignments and activities. For these, it's pretty difficult to conjugate them. They don't really make sense, but once you get the pattern, you'll be fine. For this activity, I highly require that you guys get out a piece of paper and pencil, anything that you need in order to be successful and to write down these notes. You'll need to know these conjugations for your DBA as well as for your module exam. So here we go. Reflexive verbs, we're going to talk about our learning goals. What is this all about? Level 1, can you at least identify a reflexive verb? Level 2, can you conjugate a reflexive verb correctly? And level 3 is what we're going to shoot for. Level 3 is, can I use a reflexive verb within a sentence when describing my daily routine? So we're going to be talking about your daily routine, and this is what you need to be able to do. Not only be able to recognize it and conjugate it, but be able to use it within a sentence. So, you guys ready? Here we go. First of all, let's talk about what in the world is a reflexive verb. All right, for the reflexive verbs is something that happens to yourself. It's a verb that's happening to you. And it's kind of weird because we don't really have this in English, so I'm going to kind of give you examples for it. Reflexive verbs versus non-reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs has two different parts. You have the pronoun and you have the verb. And I'll get into that in just a second. You have a pronoun and you have the verb. It's two words when you conjugate it. So how to identify a reflexive verb? So lavarse is an example of one. Lavarse means to wash oneself. So lavar is going to be your verb and the se is going to be your pronoun. So that's how you can tell whether it's a reflexive verb or not, is you're looking for this se, and that's in its unconjugated form. So this right here is the infinitive, it's not conjugated. So what's the difference between lavar and lavarse? I've seen both of these. So lavar means to wash. I wash my clothes, I wash the dishes, I wash the car, I wash the window. In this case, you're washing things that are not attached to your body, so you're just going to conjugate it like normal. In this case, you're going to drop the AR and you're going to add your endings. So your subject is yo, so it's just normal. Yo lavo la ropa, lavo los platos, lavo el coche, lavo las ventanas. So you don't really have to worry about this lavarse because this is lavar, just regular old lavar. You're washing things that are not attached to you. So what about lavarse? Lavarse, when you add that se to the end, it means you wash something on your person. All right, like I wash my hands, I wash my hair, I wash my face. These are things that are all attached to you. So in this case, you have two words when you conjugate it. You have the me, which is the pronoun, and you have lavo, which is like your normal verb. So me lavo las manos, me lavo el pelo, me lavo la cara. All right, and we're going to get into this more. This is a quick intro. Like I mentioned before, in English we don't have this really, so it's kind of difficult to talk about reflexives in Spanish. Alright, so in Spanish, when using the reflexive verbs, you don't have to claim that body part. For example, in English I say I wash my hair. Alright, well in Spanish, because you have the me, you don't have to say, like I say me lavo, I wash myself. I know for a fact that because it's reflexive that it's my hair already. So you don't have to say mi pelo. So you would just say me lavo el pelo, not mi pelo. This is a big thing. Big thing. If you're writing for me or you're doing your DBAs, you're doing your module exams, if you say mi pelo, I'm going to count it wrong. All right, you have to say me lavo el pelo. This me says that it's happening to yourself, so you don't have to claim it. It's kind of like repeating yourself if you claim it. So let's get into a little bit of these reflexive pronouns. Are you guys familiar with conjugation charts? You should be. So this should be your reflexive pronouns. If you guys want to draw a chart, you have the one, usually looks like this. Excuse my handwriting. Hopefully this works out for you. So your reflexive pronouns, the se goes to me, which is saying myself. The te goes to, the se also can go to te. You have se, nos, oops. Let me erase that. No, I didn't really erase it. Here we go. You have nos, os, and you have se. So they correspond with your pronouns that you're used to. So yo, if you're going to conjugate in a yo form, you're going to be using me. If it says to, you know you're going to be using te. If it uses any of these people or it uses a person's name, you're going to use se. If it says nosotros, you're going to use nos. Vosotros, you'll use os. And then se would correspond with ellos, ellas, and ustedes, or multiple people. You use the se. So just stick with me right now. It's kind of not making sense. Just stick it out. I promise it'll make sense here in a second. All right. So steps to conjugate a reflexive verb. Write these down. Number 1, the se goes to what we just talked about. Me, te, se, nos, os, se. Number 2, you're going to drop the AR, ER, IR, depending on what type of verb it is. And then number 3, you're going to add those endings like normal. For example, your AR endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, on. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to kind of do all these steps. So write these steps down, and now I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we're going to talk about lavarse. First of all, your first learning goal says, hey, can you recognize a reflexive verbs? So this is a reflexive. Why? Because I see this say part here. All right. Step 1 says, I'm going to take this say and I'm going to change it to me, te, se, nos, os, se. All right. Step 3, this is an step 2, this is an AR verb. All right, lavar is an AR verb, so I'm going to change this. Here's my stem, and I'm going to add my AR endings. So you should have lavo, lavas, lava, lavamos, lavais, lavan. All right, so the say changes, and then you have to conjugate the verb like normal. So me lavo would be I wash myself. Te lavas means you wash yourself. Se lava, he or she washes themselves. Nos lavamos, we wash ourselves. And then se lavan would be they wash themselves. So this would be like say that they are washing their hands, or we wash our hands before dinner. Nos lavamos las manos antes de la cena. So that's how this works. Let's do another one. Let's do some more. CEPILLARSE means to brush oneself. Brush your hair, brush your teeth. That's what CEPILLARSE means. So step 1, this se goes to me, te, se, nos, os, se. Step 2, CEPILLARSE, it's an AR verb. So I'm going to put cepi, this is cepi, the blue part in all of my boxes, that's my stem. It's an AR verb, so I'm going to add my AR endings. Cepillo, cepillas, cepilla, cepillamos, cepilláis, cepillan. So if I want to say I brush my teeth, me cepillo los dientes. So me cepillo los dientes, because I'm talking about myself. We brush our teeth before bed. Nos cepillamos los dientes antes de ir a la cama. All right, next up, ducharse. Here's another one. I encourage you to pause this and see if you can do it by yourself. So here we go. The se, sorry, that goes so crazy, because me, te, se, nos, os, se. Duchar is an AR verb, so I'm going to conjugate it like normal. Ducho, duchas, ducha, duchamos, duchais, duchan. Means to take a shower, or to shower oneself. So me ducho antes de ir al trabajo. I take a shower before I go to work. All right. Or if you want to ask someone if they take a shower before going to school, te duchas antes de ir a la escuela. So do you take a shower? All right, things to remember. When using the reflexive verbs to talk about body parts, you have to use the el, la, los, and las. We talked about that. You don't have to claim it. So, nos lavamos el pelo, or te cepillas los dientes. Notice I didn't say we wash our hair. We just said el pelo because we know it's us, because it's happening to us because it's reflexive. Te cepillas los dientes. Do you brush your teeth? You don't have to say your teeth, tus dientes. You can just say los dientes. Why? Because this te tells you it's happening to yourself. All right, some reflexive verbs that you need to know if you want to jot these down. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. How do I know the reflexives? They all end in se. So lavarse is to wash oneself. Bañarse is to bathe oneself. Peinarse is to comb oneself, like comb your hair. Cepillarse, we talked about, is to brush oneself, like brush your hair, brush your teeth. Ponerse, I'm going to put a little star by ponerse because it's actually irregular. Ponerse means to put something on you. All right. Afeitarse means to shave oneself. So if you say I shave my legs or I shave my face. Ducharse, we talked about, was to take a shower. Secarse was to dry off or to dry off oneself. Maquillarse is to put on makeup. Mirarse is to look at yourself. Vestirse is to get dressed. And despertarse means to wake up, to wake oneself up. Additional reflexives that you need to know. Oh, please be mindful that there is a star by these two, as well as ponerse. Why? Because they conjugate funky, and we'll get into that in a second. All right, other verbs you need to know. Divertirse, notice it has a star. It's a stem changer. We'll get to that. It means to enjoy oneself. Llamarse, quitarse, pintarse, acostarse, stem changer, has a dot next to it. And dormirse also has a stem change. And this is all what those mean here. All right, you guys should probably know llamarse, and you just didn't even know it. Like me llamo Señora Baker. ¿Cómo te llamas? What do you call yourself? That's what llamarse comes from. So let's go into these irregular ones, the funky ones. So let's look at despertarse. This is a, first step, what we always do, the se goes to me, te, se, nos, os, se. Next up, you need to remember that despertarse, it is an AR verb, but it's also a stem changer. The E goes to IE. If you guys know about boot verbs or stem changing verbs, that's what this is. So, be mindful. We talked about these are boot verbs. If they have a stem change, they're called boot verbs. So that means that this stem, this blue part, changes inside the boot. All right, and then you're going to add your normal AR endings like always. So what's this look like? Despierto. All right, the E went to IE inside the boot, and it ended in an O because it's an AR verb and it's the yo form. So me despierto, te despiertas, se despierta, nos despertamos. Notice that the E did not change because you're outside the boot. Os despertáis, and then you have se despiertan. So I get up at 8 o'clock. Me despierto a las 8 de la mañana. All right, so I wake up, or it's more I wake up, not get up. I wake up. Let's look at vestirse, same thing. The se, step 1, goes to me, te, se, nos, os, se. Giving you a hint, vestirse is a stem changer. The E goes to I inside the boot. All right, so inside the boot, you get visto, vistes, viste, vestimos, vestis, and visten. All right, so that shows you that the E goes to I inside the boot. Outside the boot, we left it alone. Other stem changers, I want you to pause this right now, and I want you to draw 3 conjugation charts. See if you can do these. You have divertirse, the E goes to IE. You have acostarse, the O goes to UE. Acostarse means to go to bed. And dormirse means to fall asleep. The O goes to UE. So pause it and see what you can do. Okay, welcome back. Let's check your answers. Step 1, the se went to me, te, se, nos, os, se. This is an E to IE stem changer. So inside the boot, it goes to divierto, diviertes, divierte. Outside the boot stays the same, divertimos, divertis, and then divierten. Notice this is an IR verb, so these are O, S, E, mos, is, N. Dormirse, how'd you do? Me, te, se, nos, os, se. It is an O to UE stem changer inside the boot. It is an IR verb, so I need to make it duermo, duermes, duerme, dormimos, dormís, duermen. It means to go to sleep or to fall asleep. All right, last one, acostarse, means to go to bed. Se goes to me, te, se, nos, os, se. The O goes to UE stem change inside the boots. It is an AR verb, so you get acuesto, acuestas, acuesta, acostamos, acostáis, acuestan. So me acuesto a las 10. All right, I go to bed at 10. Careful with spell changers. Remember I put a little star by ponerse because me pongo, you have to remember that it has a funky spelling in the yo form. It's what I like to call a yo-go. All right, so ponerse means, me pongo means I put on something, like put on a shirt, put on my pants, that kind of stuff. But as far as conjugations go, the rest of them conjugate like normal. So me pongo, te pones, se pone, nos ponemos, etc. All right, careful. Watch your meanings. What's the difference between pongo and me pongo? All right, last module you guys said, pongo los pantalones cortos en la maleta. I put shorts in the suitcase. All right, me pongo los pantalones cortos means you're putting them on yourself. So sometimes they're not always reflexive. You can just have poner by itself. You don't have to say ponerse. Let's look at another example. Let's look at these two sentences. You have yo despierto a Cecilia a las 7. Yo despierto, I wake up Cecilia at 7. If I said me despierto, and I put this me in here, that means I wake up myself at 7. So by itself means it's happening to someone else. If I put the me in there, if I put the reflexive pronoun in there, it means that it's happening to me. This is tough, guys. Hang in there. I promise practice makes perfect. You will get the hang of it. I really hope that this video helped you. Go back and watch it, pause it, whatever you need to do in order to be successful. Let me know if you have any questions. Gracias. Adios.